ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Very good. Let us chant the first 10 verses of chapter 11. Arjuna uvacha madanograhaaya paramam guhyamadhyatma sangitam yatvayoktam vachastena mohoyam vigato mama bhavapyayau hi bhutanam Shrutau vistarasho maya Vaddha kamala patraksha Mahatmyamapi chabhyayam Yeva me tathyatathatvam Atmanam parameshvara Drashtumichhami te rupam Aishvaram purushottama Manyase yadi tacchakyam Maya drashtumiti prabho Yogeshvara tato vidvam Darshayatmanamavyayam Shri Bhagavanuvacha Pashya me partha rupani Shatashodha sahasrashaha Nana vidhani divyani Nana varna kriti nicha Pashyadityan pasun rudran Ashvinau marutastatha Bahunyadrashta bhuvani Pashyascharyaani bharata Ihaikastham jagat kritsnam Pashyadhya sacharacharam Mama dehe gudhakesha Yachanyat drashtumichhasi Natu mam shakyase drashtum Anenaiva svachakshusha Divyam dadami che chakshuhu Pashyame yogamaishvaram Sanjaya uvacha Eva muktva tato rajan Mahayogeshvaro harihi Darshayamasa parthaya Paramam rupamaishvaram Anekavaktanayanam Anekadbhuta darshanam Anekadivyabharanam Divyanekodhyatayudham.
We have seen from chapter 7 till chapter 12, it is Bhakti Yoga. The fundamental question in relation to Bhakti Yoga is effort or grace. Grace in Sanskrit is called anugraha. Is it effort or is it grace? What follows? What? If you say it is only effort, then there is no such thing called grace, because you have already worked for it and you are getting what you are supposed to get. Then the word anugraha itself has no meaning. If you say it is anugraha, then the word effort has no meaning. So what happens in the theological schools? They always fight. One school says it is only effort, and another school says it is only anugraha. Able to follow the question, not the answer. This clarity is very much important to understand the role of bhakti and etc. That's why we are trying to understand this. Again, I repeat. If effort is that which is going to get you the grace, then there is no such thing called anugraha at all. If you say there is anugraha, it means your effort has no role there. Always a conflict. Is it grace or is it effort? Supposing if I ask in this classroom, everybody will say, what will be the answer? Type on, don't, you can't say, all of you are shut. So nobody can speak anything. So is it grace or effort? Effort, sir. It's only through effort. It's only through effort. You will say that. Because you get what you deserve, not what you desire. Deserving means through your effort. Therefore, you have already earned the grace. If you have already earned the grace, then there is no such thing called grace at all. Since there is no such thing called grace at all, there is no such thing called anugraha. Where there is no such thing called anugraha, there is no such thing called bhakti either. Then what are we worshipping? What are we doing? That is one side of the story. The other side of the story is this. If all can be gotten through your effort, if everything is gotten through your effort, the very fact that you are able to put in the effort itself is supported by various factors. Carefully follow now. The very fact that you are able to put in the effort itself is supported by various factors. That various factors that is supporting you, what did you do to get that? That is called, what did you do to get that? That is called the grace. Are you able to follow? I built my house. Correct. It's your effort. I built my house. Correct. It is perfectly correct to say I built my house. Correct. But again, is it 100% correct? No. Why? Because the sand is not your creation. The brick is not the sand with which the brick is made is not your creation. The sunlight that was required to make the brick is not. So if you look at anything that you say that I have done through my effort, in that you will find there are 99% of it is 99% of it was available to you already. Recognizing that which was available to you already, who made that available to you already, that is called anugraha. Grace. This is called bhakti. Are you able to follow? When you do everything, you recognize that it was provided already. Because it was provided already, you intelligently assembled it. Your credit goes only to that limited portion of you intelligently assembling it. But you can't take the credit of it and say it's my creation. Are you able to follow? Now, by itself, it cannot happen. At the same time, without that support, you cannot do. Then, is it effort or grace? It is effort in the backdrop of grace. The visible part is effort. The adrishta, invisible part is grace, anugraha. That's why bhakti is slightly more difficult than karma. Because karma is the visible part. You know you can do something, what you should do, what you should not do, what you can, where you want to go, all that you can plan. It is the visible part of it. The invisible part of it is bhakti, anugraha, grace. Jnanam, forget it. Yeah, forget the jnanam part of it. We are not even getting into the jnanam part of it. This jnanam is much above these two. Much, or how both coexist is jnanam at this level. How both always coexist is jnanam at this level. It means what? You understand that you have to put in your effort, and you putting in your effort is supported by the grace, the anugraha. Therefore, what do you always do? You remember the anugraha. Please understand, anugraha is there already. You are not going to earn anugraha. If you think you are going to earn anugraha, then only effort and all that comes. What you have to understand is anugraha is there already available in abundance. That anugraha which is there already available in abundance is what bhakti all about. So you don't say I have to do something to earn anugraha. God says, what do you mean? What if you do, you can earn it? What kind of human effort if you put that you can earn anugraha? No human effort is worth deserving anugraha. But the human ego will not accept it. The human ego will say, how can you say that? Because you get what you deserve, not what you see. Every aspect of knowledge is one part it describes. Any aspect of knowledge, don't take it 100%. Now I'm coming to how you should study, how you should understand Vedanta. Each and every aspect of Vedanta talks about every concept is one aspect of the knowledge. It is like, understand it like the big, what is that, puzzle. Understand it like the big puzzle, all dismantled. You get what you deserve, not what you desire, is one aspect of the puzzle. There is this anugraha is another aspect of the puzzle. So slowly, you put everything together. Suddenly you get the full picture. The mistake that we make is one aspect of the puzzle is taken as the complete knowledge. That's where we always have this difficulty of either we become so superstitiously involved in bhakti devotion, or we give an exaggerated value to human. We give an exaggerated value to human effort. You want your heart to stop. It is divine anugraha that it didn't stop. Isn't it? How many times in your life you wished your heart just stops? Correct? I wish you better to die than to live a life like that. The thought comes. Imagine if the heart stops immediately. What will happen? Nobody will cross 4 or 5 years in their lifetime. You know that, no? Because all this thought comes at the age of 3, 4 itself. Why? You want one ice cream, you want one chocolate, you want one doll, and you are denied that. Immediately, what do you feel? Hmm? You wish your heart stops. Imagine if it stops immediately, what happens? Sometimes you wish it doesn't stop, it stops. Isn't it? Sometimes you wish it doesn't stop at all, but it stops. It means what is your effort? It is anugraha. Anugraha means recognizing a, a huge, extraordinary thing that is shaping up your life. You can call it as God from the angle of bhakti. You can call it as law from the angle of intellect. Law and God are one and the same. Understand it like that. God and law is one and the same. From the emotional angle, you can from the emotional angle, you can call it as God. From the intellectual angle, you can call it as law. But both are one and the same. So in Bhakti Yoga, it's very important to understand you don't do anything to earn the grace. The grace is there already. All that you have to do is your effort is required only to recognize the grace that is there already. Are you able to follow? Effort is required, knowledge and understanding is required to recognize the the grace that is there already. What is the effort that you have to put? What is the effort? What is the effort that you have to do to recognize the grace that is already there? What is the effort? The effort is saying thank you. The effort is saying thank you is the effort. The classic Vedic method is na mama. Not mine. Not mine. I get something, immediately you say not mine. What did I do to deserve this? You have to say, what do you have to say? What did I do to deserve this life? What did I do to deserve this body? What did I do to deserve this knowledge? Durlabam trayame tatu, he says. In Viveka Chudamani, Shankaracharya says, Durlabam trayame tatu. Three things are very difficult to get. Durlabha means very difficult to get. What are the three things? One is Sharira, human birth. The first Durlabha is human birth. Second Durlabha is acquaintance with the Shastra. Second Durlabha it is. The first Durlabha is human birth. Second Durlabha is Shastra acquaintance. The third one is the Guru, he says. Because Shastra without Guru is of no, Shastra without the Guru is of no use. Because there is no self-help is the best help and all here. Shastra is there. The human birth is there. The third Durlabha. Now, what is all this? We say it is divine. It's divine grace. Recognizing the effort itself is possible only because of something that is supporting it in the background. No? Recognizing that supporting factor is called bhakti. From chapter 11 to chapter 12, we are trying to understand this. We are trying to understand this bhakti. Able to follow. Trying to understand this bhakti. Bhakti implies a preparation. Bhakti can happen only with certain preparation. That preparation is Karma Yoga. Again, Bhakti can happen only with preparation. What is that? If you remember, we said it some time back. There is always a gap between what I know and what I am. Again, there is always a gap between what you know and what you are. What is it that you know? Everybody in this classroom can give a wonderful discourse to somebody on how God is everywhere. Everybody in this classroom can give that much we have prepared everybody in this class. Venkatachalam, correct? Everybody can give a 1 hour discourse in this classroom on how God is everywhere, correct? Intellectually, I'm able to understand that the whole world is divine, etc. How do we understand? The whole world is a manifestation of God. Since the whole world is the manifestation of God, there is nothing that is unholy. Everything is sacred. Everything is holy. Everything has to be worshipped. So there is nothing that I can accept. There is nothing that I can reject. Because everything is holy, sacred, correct? If you have understood this, there is no such thing called some part of the world you accept, some part of the world you reject. Because the whole creation is God. How can you look down upon anything? How can something look superior, something look inferior? All this you can give a wonderful discourse. Group discussion, Ukanda, we know how one give a discourse to the other. Wonderful it is. Correct. Now comes the real problem. What is the real problem? If I have assimilated this teaching, there will not be any Adveshta Sarvabhutanam. There will not be any Dvesha. That's the starting point, yardstick. Krishna says, don't get carried away by all these classes. Allah, don't get carried away by all these classes. And don't think because you have attended these classes for a period of time, you have known knowledge and all that. You know nothing. Why? Because you still have what you still have. You still have lot of dvesha. So, on the one hand, I know everything is divine. On the other hand, I have lot of raga, dvesha. Dvesha means raga and dvesha, both combined. This is the gap between what you know and what you are. How to bridge it? That is the discussion. How to bridge it is the how to bridge it. Some are sacred, some are secular. Something is sacred, something is not so sacred. Vedanta comes and says, it means we have not understood anything at all, because everything is sacred. If birth is sacred, death is sacred. If victory is sacred, loss is sacred. If honor is sacred, dishonor is sacred. It means there is only one thing that is existing. What? Everything is holy, everything is sacred. this vision, how to develop. This understanding, how to develop this vision, how to develop this how to develop this vision, how to develop this understanding. The preparatory portion is your effort. The preparation is your effort. And even to do the preparation, that some anugraha is there already. Durlabham trayame tat. Even to do that is a devotee, a person who's, when I say devotee, means a person who has done this karma bhakti and all that rightly, who has grown rightly, will find it very difficult to say, I got it because of my effort. The ego isn't there at all to claim it. There is no ego to claim that I got it because of my effort. Because he understands, that person understands. What that person understands? Preparation is what I have to do. Availability of the anugraha is there always. Availability of the anugraha is there always. Preparation is what I need to do. Are you able to follow? To put it very simply, all the scriptures, the Puranas, they all talk about that Ishvara Darshanam was how much of a thrilling, extraordinary, fulfilling experience for the devotees. You have seen that, isn't it? Shabari in Ramayana was longing and craving for that experience of Rama. And when she got that, and when Rama came, and when she got that experience, not only Shabari describes how thrilling that experience of meeting Rama is. For generations, so many saints also talk about that experience. Even Tyagaraja talks about how extraordinary was that experience of Shabari when she met Rama. How thrilling is it? How divine it is, how inspiring it is. Roma Harshana, it says. Roma Harshasya Chayate. Roma Harshana means the hair standing on end. That kind of experience. Here comes the grace and the effort. Any experience involves two things. What? One is the availability of the object of experience. Another is a subject who is prepared enough to appreciate the object. All experiences involves two things. What are the two things? One is the presence of the object. Second is the subject who is prepared enough to appreciate it. From the subject standpoint, what is important? Not to worry about the availability of the object. From the subject standpoint, what does the subject have to worry? The preparation to appreciate it. The preparation to appreciate it. In fact, in any experience, you need a preparation to appreciate it. Then only you can appreciate. It can be a music, it can be watching a movie, it can be doing anything. Unless the subject is prepared, the object is of no consequence. Generally, what do we do in worldly things? We emphasize on the object of experience so much that we forget the preparedness of the subject. In Vedanta, what are we doing? When we talk about the effort, we talk about the preparation. What is the preparation? Whatever the Karma Yoga, what all we have studied earlier is the preparation. Okay. To put it technically, how do you know that you have prepared? Object is available. Again, I'm repeating. The object is available, but the subject is not prepared. Sabari was prepared. Rama's darshan for a few minutes is enough. Ravana wasn't prepared at all. What happened? Even Ravana had Rama's darshan, no? Even Ravana had the darshan of Rama. Sabari also had the darshan of Rama. Ravana also had the darshan of Rama. But between the two, one could derive the benefit, other didn't derive any benefit at all. From this, what do you understand? The presence of Rama alone is not enough. Your preparation is also required. If the presence of Rama alone is required, what Sabari got, Ravana also should have got. Krishna was there. Gopis also saw. The rest also saw. But Gopis had a different thing. It means Rama becomes helpless if the subject is not prepared. Rama becomes helpless. Krishna becomes helpless if the subject is not prepared. Kamsa saw Krishna. What happened? He wanted to see. Ravana saw Rama, and what did Ravana want to do? Kamsa saw Krishna, and what we do? I have said this any number of times, if you remember. All Puranic stories will start with Rakshasa doing tapas. All Puranic stories doesn't start with Rishi doing tapas. It always starts with the Rakshasa doing tapas. And Rakshasa does tapas, God appears in front. That Ishvara Darshanam, what they should do immediately? Should prostrate and ask for moksha, no? But they don't. They ask for something so. Why? It means the preparation isn't there. For Ishvara Darshanam to be a Ishvara Darshanam, preparation is required. Up to this, we have established very clearly. What is that preparation? Technical word for that preparation. The technical word for that preparation is called Chitta Shuddhi. Now you'll get very angry. If you hear this word only, you'll get very angry. Yeah, you don't want to hear this word, Chitta Shuddhi. Because the Chitta Shuddhi itself is very painful it is. What does Chitta Shuddhi means? Freedom from ahamkara and mamakara. Freedom from krodha, lobha, mada, matsarya, bhaya, dvesha. All this is called Chitta Shuddhi. When you do this, then what happens? They prepare. Then what happens? You see Ishvara, you see God everywhere. You see divine everywhere. That is Vibhuti Yoga. That is Vibhuti Yoga. He saw divine everywhere. Without preparation, even by chance, if you get it, you will get scared and you will say, I don't want it. That's what happens to Arjuna in this 11th chapter. By even supposing if you are not prepared and for whatsoever reasons you get it temporarily, what we are going to see. Arjuna says, Abba Bhana, go back to that form. I don't want the Vishwarupa and all, I don't Don't want. Why? Because if preparation isn't there, even if it comes in front of you, you will not, either you will not see it, or you may temporarily get inspired by it, but quickly you will get out of it. But quickly you will get out of it. This is what Bhakti Yoga is all about. In verse number 3 that we concluded in our last Janma, we concluded this. Last Janma we concluded verse number 3. And halfway through we left. What is that in verse number 3? I desire to see your supreme form, O Purushottama. This is the explanation. He is saying, I desire to see your supreme form, O Purushottama. It is just as you have declared yourself. Correct. You have been describing your glories all along, and I agree with you. Arjuna is saying, you have described your glories. Who can describe Krishna's glories? It is so true. Huh? Krishna's glories can be explained only by Krishna. Because how can a blind person describe the glory of the sunlight? Or whatsoever the blind person describes as the glory of sunlight, it's borrowed. It's not that person's understanding. It is not that person's conviction. It is not that person's experience. So, Krishna said, I myself will declare my glory. And how he described it in chapter 10, Vibhuti Yoga, 76 items he picked up. And he said, this is me, this is me, this is me, this is me, all that. Oh, Parameshwara. Parameshwara is how Krishna is addressed in verse number 3. Oh, Parameshwara. Evam etat yata ataha. Ataha means you said it. Since you said it, I accept it. Since you said it, I accept it. Yeah. This is the conviction in the Shastra. It is said by Krishna, therefore it has to be correct. It is said by the Guru, therefore it has to be correct. See, said by the Guru, it has to be correct means not after explanations. It is said it, therefore it is correct. That's all. The word itself is the authority, not the explanation. But don't worry, keep on asking questions. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekhyante tu jnanam jnaninas tattva. Why? Because you have the mind that is doubting. Doubting mind is an indication of lack of preparation. The doubting mind is an indication of lack of preparation. For how much ever your doubts are cleared, what happens? The doubt still remains the same. Have you ever observed how much ever your doubts are cleared, every time your doubts get cleared, the intensity of the doubt is not decreasing. The intensity of the doubt is increasing. I love you. Oh, you really love me? 3 weeks later again, I love you. What should have happened in the 3 weeks? The doubt should have gone. But what happened at the end of the 3rd week? The intensity of the doubt is increased. Why? Because we are believing that preparation is not required. Just an intellectual understanding itself will bring about a transformation. We are not willing to go through the effort part. We just believe you rightly explain, transformation will happen immediately. So if transformation is not happening, who's the cause? Srikanth. உங்களுக்கு ஒழுங்கா சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க தெரியல சார். உங்களுக்கு ஒழுங்கா சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க தெரியல, அதனாலதான் டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன் மட்டும். உங்களுக்கு மட்டும் நல்லா சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க தெரிஞ்சிருந்தா டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன் would have happened immediately. அதுதான் இவ்வளவு ஸ்டோரி கொடுத்தோம் இல்லையா? ராமா முன்னாடி Shabari also had Rama's darshanam. Ravana also had Rama's darshan, isn't it? Both had. It's not that he showed two different faces to both. No, he showed himself as he is to both, but both had different reactions. Why? Because of the preparation. So he says, it is just as you have declared yourself, oh Purushotama. Two beautiful terms. One is Parameshwara, another is Purushottama. Parama and Uttama, both are one and the same. Both are supreme. Supreme means, Uttama means there cannot be anything above than that is called Uttama. Uttama Purusha means what? There cannot be anything above than that at all periods of time. Then only it can be called as Uttama Purusha. Not a temporary 5-year period, isn't it? When you become the president, it's a 5-year period that nobody can be above you. But once at the end of the 5th year, somebody else will become Purushottama. Here, Purushottama doesn't mean that. Purushottama or Uttama Purusha means the supreme being, and that supremeness is always belonging to that only. Same thing, Parameshwara, Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord means the manifestations of all glories. Supreme Lord. Therefore, verse number 3, which we concluded. What is it? O Parameshwara, it is just as you have declared yourself. I desire to see your supreme. I desire to see your supreme form. I desire to see it. Ichchami. Ichchami means I have Ichcha. Ichcha, Raga, all means one and the same. I have the desire to see. What Arjuna doesn't understand is desiring without preparation is useless. Remember the law. Again, desiring without preparation is useless. 3 weeks you come to the class, you will say, what is the purpose of life? Self-realization, you will say. Desiring without preparation is useless. Story 1 hour of introduction. For what? To explain this law. Desiring without preparation is useless. In fact, keep preparing. Don't stop the preparation. Keep the preparation going on. You don't have to worry about the Ishvara Darshanam at all. But what happens is, desire is there, but preparation, just as Ramatirtha says, everybody wants to become Jesus Christ. Who doesn't want to become Jesus Christ? Everybody wants to become Jesus Christ. What is the price to become Jesus Christ? What is the price? Crucifixion is the price. The moment the price is told, everybody backs up. I don't want anything, sir. I only want self-realization. Who's stopping you from taking it? Who's stopping you from getting it? Desiring alone is of no use. Remember this. Desiring without preparation is useless. But mind is that which will desire. When the price is told, it will back up. It will back off. Mind is that which will desire. I want it. I want it. I want it. Who doesn't want to become the richest person? Who doesn't want to become the richest person? Everybody wants to become the richest person. When the price is told, everybody back up. Therefore, Arjuna makes this mistake. Arjuna makes this mistake. What is the mistake he makes? The desire itself is making him to believe he is qualified. Desire is not the qualification. Preparation is the qualification. Remember, Swamiji always used to say, it is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. He always says, spiritual growth is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. But we all go by 99% inspiration, and that 1% perspiration has to be done by the Guru also, isn't it? Okay, even that 1% perspiration, yaar pannu? Kalatur. அது யார் பண்ணணும்? அது கூட நீங்க தான் சார் பண்ணணும். Then otherwise, நீங்க பேசுறத நாங்க உட்கார்ந்து கேட்கறதே நீங்க பண்ண பாக்கியம், isn't it? இல்லையா? நீங்க பேசுறது நாங்க உட்கார்ந்து கேட்கிறோமே, week after week after week itself is your punya. On top of it, you want us to do preparation and tapas and get rid of raga, dvesha and all that. You don't know how to teach. Vijay, புரியுதா? Oh Parameshwara, it is just as you have declared it by yourself. I desire to see your supreme form. First number 4 buddy.
Manyase yadi tachakyam maya drashtumiti prabho yogeshvara tato me tvam darshayatmanamavyayam. Manyase yadi tachakyam maya drashtumiti prabho yogeshvara tato me tvam darshayatmanamavyayam.
Oh Lord, if you think it possible for me to see your imperishable self, then show me thus, O Yogeshwara. Oh Lord, if you think it possible for me to see your imperishable self, then show me thus, O Yogeshwara. Arjuna is using his emotion on, if you think I am qualified, show me. For which he is using, he is using the appropriate words also. Oh Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara means master of yoga. Here, the word yoga is not yoga means yuj and all that here. Here, the word yoga means siddhi powers, supernatural powers. Oh Krishna, you have the supernatural powers also. One is a person who is Brahmavit. Another is a Brahmavit also having supernatural powers. That is an Avatara Purusha. Avatara Purusha means one who is enlightened also has some supernatural powers. Supernatural powers means what? Supernatural powers means that which is very difficult for us to see or do, he can do it effortlessly. That's called supernatural siddhi. Krishna is Yogeshwara because he has that. He had that powers. He is an avatara. He's an avatara Purusha. And Arjuna is addressing Krishna with this name. Yogeshwara, you could cast a spell, a charm, which can make me to see it. But all this you do only if you think I am qualified. எனக்கு அந்த பாக்கியம் இருக்குன்னு நீங்க நினைச்சா please show it. Krishna will be laughing from inside. I know you are utterly Krishna will be laughing inside of him. I know you are utterly disqualified. But the situation warrants. Don't worry. I will make you see something. Oh, Prabhu, Lord. Lord means 5 distinct qualities. Whoever has these 5 distinct qualities is called the Lord. Creating, protecting, withdrawing, wheeling, revealing. These are the 5 distinct qualities, 5 distinct activities of the Lord. Creates, protects, withdrawing. Withdrawing what? Withdrawing the protection sometimes. Withdrawing of what? Withdrawing the protection. Creation, maintenance, destructions. Wheeling and revealing. Wheeling means covering it. Revealing means removing the covering. Because of the Lord doing all the 5, it's called Leela. Oh Prabhu, oh Lord, your Leela is something that is not understandable at all. But still, if you think I am qualified, what is he saying? Still, if you think I am qualified, show me what? What you should show me? What I asked in the previous verse. What did he ask in the previous verse? Vishwarupa. Vibhuti Yoga I have seen. Vibhuti Yoga I have understood. What is the Vibhuti Yoga? How he is the best in everything. How he has taken to be, how he is the best in everything has been very clearly seen, understood. Vibhuti Yoga. Now what I am asking for? I am asking for Vishwarupa Darshana. And if you think I am qualified, show me that. Oh Yogeshwara. Oh Yogeshwara means one who has this mystical powers, one who has the supernatural powers. By all this, show me. We said it as a law. Without qualification, desire is useless. Correct? Without qualification, desire is useless. Converse also complication. Without desire, qualification is useless. Because if you don't have this desire, why will you even make the effort to qualify? Are you able to follow? Without qualification, desire is useless. Without desire, there will not be the effort at all to qualify. So it means when both qualification and desire is there, then only you can get the actual vision. So you need both. What is the both that you need? Desire is also needed. Qualification is also needed. Without qualification, desire is useless. Without desire, there will not be an effort at all to get the qualification. Chitta Shuddhi, already what is the point of being Chitta Shuddhi, sir? What is the point of being good and honest and all that? There will not be an interest in the qualification itself. Are you able to follow? Whenever people talk about what is the use of being good, honest, anyway, everything is bad. Whenever you have this understanding, it means there's no desire for the divine. It indicates that you have no desire for the divine because the qualifications appears very useless. So without desire, qualification is, there will not be an effort at all to, bring the qualification. Are you able to follow? The qualification is dharma. Without the desire for divine, why will you even want to stick to dharma? Adharma will look like dharma. That will say, correct, sir. Dharma is very here. But practically, sir, it means what? Dharma is very good to give a lecture to somebody. For me, adharma is dharma. For me, adharma is dharma. For everybody else, dharma is dharma. I don't know. You follow? Without desire, there will not be an effort at all for qualification. Or without qualification, just desiring, I want it, is useless because people understand, oh, all that I want to do simply say, I want moksha, I'll get it. Remember the example that Swamiji gives? The man got so angry at God, he said, why you didn't give me the lottery? Why you didn't? Morning and evening I was praying to you. Why you didn't get the lottery? What did God say? The lottery get வாங்கியிருந்தா தானே. Only if you had bought the lottery ticket, I could have helped you. No. You should bring the lottery and you should buy the lottery ticket, put it in my pocket, and also help me win the lottery. This is not desire. This is worse than desire. Greed it is. Yeah, it is greed. So Arjuna himself is very confused now. Arjuna himself is showing doubts. What is the doubt? Maybe he is not qualified, or maybe Krishna will not show the, maybe he is not qualified, or maybe Krishna will not show the form. All that doubt he is expressing in this verse. If you think I am qualified, when you have prepared sufficiently, the language itself will be very different. If you have prepared sufficiently, the language will be very different. What is the language? Tavaiva vahas tavanritya gite. Keep your horses, keep your dancers. You keep all that. Language itself becomes different if you are prepared. Nachiketas in Kathopanishad. Yama offered this, he offered this, he this. He was checking whether he is qualified or not. First 2 boons, no questions asked. It was granted immediately. Third boon, when he asked for Brahma Vidya, Yama started testing him, isn't it? What all test he gave. I will give you 100 years. What 100 years? 50ல இருந்து 100 வரைக்கும் ஒரே டிசீஸ் தான் இல்லையா? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் now osteo, what is it called? Osteoporosis. Osteoporosis. அது ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும் 50ல, 60ல கேட்ராக்ட் வரும், 70ல ஹியரிங் எய்டு வரும், 80ல சம்திங் எல்ஸ் வில் கம், 90ல என்ன நடக்கிறதுனே தெரியாது, 100 ஐ won't even know whether I am alive or dead. What is the use of that 100 years of life? Don't worry, you will be disease, old age and all will not come to you at all. Go back. What all he and Nachiketas kept on saying, no. Finally, he offered the damsels also and said, take them also. At that time, he said, keep your horses, keep your damsels. That is the preparation. That is the preparation. Narada told Dhruva, isn't it? In Bhagavatam, Narada told Dhruva, you start meditating, close your eyes, Lord Vishnu will come. And he will say, open your eyes, I'm standing in front of you. Don't open your eyes. Tell him that if you are real Vishnu, come inside me. And Vishnu came. Not that he didn't, Vishnu came. And he said, open your eyes. The Chaturbuja Vishnu form, I'm standing in front of you, Dhruva. What you have been longing for has come. All that you have to do is what? Open your eyes. Dhruva said, how many janmas in the past I have opened my eyes and I got lost? How many times in the past janmas I have done that and I got lost? Because kanna taranda immediately now the color of the clothing will attract you. The crown design is very good. Is it 22 karat or is it 22 karat or 24 karat? Hallmark irukudha illaya? The moment you open your eyes, it will simply get distracted into everything. Dhruva said, many janmas I have done this and I got lost. I know that. This time I am not going to do this. Come inside me. Narayana had no choice but to go inside. Arjuna is asking. What is he asking? I don't know. If you think I don't know whether I am qualified or not. You have a doubt because you are not qualified. If you are qualified, the language itself will be. If you are qualified, the language itself will be very different. Please understand, it's not an arrogant statement. It's a statement of mumukshatva. We also make statements, but all our questions comes out of extreme arrogance and ego. There it is that mumukshatva. Mumukshatva means so much of effort has been done for the preparation. What is the effort that has been done? Chitta-shuddhi. What is Chitta-shuddhi? Freedom from ahamkara and makara. Freedom from I and mine. Yeah. See, this I and mine is the disease. Disease purilana symptoms. What are the symptoms? Freedom from disease and the symptoms. Now work backwards. Freedom from the symptoms first and then the disease. What are the symptoms? Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya, Bhaya, Dvesha. Idallam the symptoms. What is that? The disease that is causing these symptoms, manifestations? I and mine. See, what is this I and mine? The I and mine is very simple. Wherever you go, attention is on yourself. Wherever you go, whatsoever you do, the attention is on yourself. You are the center for everything in this planet. Ahankara and mamakara. Again, I repeat. Ahankara and mamakara means wherever you go, You are the, you keep yourself as the central point, because you are in love with yourself so much that you can never segregate yourself from yourself. Self-love it is. This is called ahankara and makara. This is the disease. Are you able to follow? Wherever I go, I keep myself as the center. Keeping myself as the center means what? It's very simple. You go to a funeral. In the funeral, who's the center of attraction? Srikanth. Funeral போனா funeral center of attraction யாரு? The person who doesn't know that he's the center of attraction. Correct? The dead body. You go there for that, isn't it? I went to that funeral, sir, but nobody paid any attention to me. Are you able to follow? Even when I go to the funeral, the attention should come. Are you able to follow? Wedding. Wedding invitation kutta porad, isn't it? Simply inviting you is not enough. Somebody has to be there at the gate to welcome you, and then be with you right through. And then when you are eating, somebody has to come and check whether is the, and then when you leave also, somebody has to come to you at the gate to see you off. With all that, will you bless the couple? Okay, if everything is done, will you bless the couple? What will you do? You will come back with 100 things. Why? Because attention is not. You are the center means the entire planet must pay attention to you in the way that you want. Are you able to follow? Everybody around must pay attention to you in the way that you want. Okay, you are demanding that. What is the other demanding? Okay, you are demanding that from the other. What is the other demanding? The same thing. So what is the fight now? Are you able to understand what is the fight? What is the conflict now? What is the conflict? Who will pay attention to whom? Aditya sir, we have an agreement. What? First half of the day, you will pay attention. Second half of the day, I will pay attention. Thus, we pay attention to each other. It doesn't work. Are you able to follow? What is this ahankara and mamakara? The disease. The disease is the ego always positions itself as the center, isn't it? For the six to manifest, one word or one expression is enough to trigger the explosion of any of the six, correct? One word or one expression is enough to explode any of the six. It means what? You are always sitting on this time bomb. You are always sitting on this time bomb. What is the time bomb that you are sitting on always that can explode any moment? I and it's called ahankara and mamakara. A person who has done enough preparation by getting rid of this ahankara and mamakara will be like Nachiketas. Are you able to understand the connection? Will be like Nachiketas, Dhruva. If the person has not done the preparation, ahankara and mamakara, okay, at least compromise now. What is the compromise? At least manage the symptoms. At least manage the symptoms. What are the symptoms of the disease? whatever be that 6, whatever be the symptoms. At least manage that. Manage that means what? Whenever these 6 comes, you understand that there is the disease in you. But invariably, whenever the 6 comes, what the mind will say? The mind will say, I don't have the disease. It is the other that the responsibility of the 6 is thrown to the responsibility of the 6 is thrown to the external. Are you able to follow? What is Chitta Shuddhi now? What is that? What is the preparation now? Whenever the 6 comes, you understand what? The disease is in you. In what form? In the form of ahankara and mamakara. Okay, what is this ahankara and mamakara means? You are the center. How to, what is the preparation? Like Swamiji always says, after you. You keep yourself aside little bit and say after you. After you means what? Don't take it literally. Again, see, for everything we should not take it literally. We have to understand the concept behind it. After you means what? After you means inside you are saying what? I have no competition with another. I have no fight with another. I have nothing to do with, when I say nothing to do with the others means through these 6. Are you able to follow? Opposite of that is what? Always a sense of, okay, what is the opposite of after you? Are you able to follow? What is the opposite of after you? After you opposite, me first. The linguistic opposite. In reality, what is, if not after you, only me. That is the linguistic opposite. அது கிடையாது அர்த்தம். If not after you, on top of you. Are you able to follow? If not after you, it is always on top of you. On top of you na enna artham? On top of you, what does it mean? Are you able to follow? On top of you means tread over. Tread over. After you means I will not tread over. Adan artham. Are you able to follow? After you na I will not tread over. After you, if you are not practicing after you, tread over. This is called competition, friction, fight. What is the preparation? The preparation is after you. Sir, after you, what will happen to me? Are you able to follow? If I go on doing it like this, sir, what will happen to me? What will happen to you if you say after you? The Vedic prayer, Purusha Sukta. Remember that. If you have the genuine courage to say after you, remember the Purusha Suktam, Vedic formula, Purusha Sukta. Krischate Lakshmischa Patniyau. The moment you say after you, everything will be waiting to attend on you. Krischate Lakshmischa Patniyau, Purusha Suktam. There is a beautiful prayer. Purusha Suktam, Vedic prayer. And in this Navratri, they are supposed to say it all the time, isn't it? They say it because it is. What do you do? What is the prayer? Krischate Lakshmischa Patniyau. Meaning, wealth and prosperity, everything will be at your command. At your command means you say after you and stay aside, everything will be at your command. Please understand, you are not doing this to get everything at your command. You are not genuinely interested. Are you able to follow? You are not so genuinely interested at all in this mad game. What is the mad game? Yes, I have tried this. Any number of times I have tried this treading over the other. Any number of times I have tried this becoming the topper, isn't it? How many times I have tried becoming the topper, and how many times I have become the topper? What happened? No, isn't it? In fact, something worse has happened. Now, what is the preparation now? The preparation is to say after. The preparation is to say after you. Since the preparation is to say after you, the very conviction comes. What is the conviction? There is no doubt, there is no nothing. You will not say, if you think I am qualified, all that language will not come. This very language itself is coming only because of what? So Arjuna has not yet prepared. He also knows it. That's why he's saying, oh Yogeshwara, use your Siddhi powers and don't ask me to do this preparation. Use your powers and show me. Correct? Huh? Krishna shows that nothing happens. That's the lesson from, that's one of the important lessons from Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga is this. Without preparation, even if it shown to you also, it will be of no use to you. You follow? Therefore, he says, oh Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara means one who has Siddhi, one who has the Siddhi powers. And what you should show me? Aishwaram Rupam. That form of eternal form, which is like, I don't know what word to use that. Vishwarupa is the only word to use that. Show me that form. Show me that form. Verse number 5, Krishna starts the answer. Krishna answers. Because it takes a few seconds for him to grow into that huge form, Sanjaya will come in between also. Sanjaya came in the beginning of, where did Sanjaya come? In chapter 1 he came. In chapter 2 he came. Now Sanjaya is going to come again. I think somewhere in verse number 9 or 10, Sanjaya will come in. And then Arjuna starts seeing the Vishwarupa. He gets frightened, he is inspired, he is frightened, but inspiration lasts only for a few seconds. Fear stays for a much longer time. And then he says, you please show me the milder, gentler form. இது ஏதோ நான் கேட்டேன்றதுக்கோசம் இப்படியா பண்றது? தெரியாதனமா கேட்டேன். I didn't know what I was asking for. Now that I didn't know what you are asking for, you should have known what I am asking. No, and you should have shown. Inga kuda Arjuna is blaming Krishna only. Even though I didn't know, you are God. No, you should have known. No. Now, since you should have known, why are you unnecessarily frightening me by showing the Vishwarupa form? Show me the gentler form, the milder form. Oh Prabhu, oh Yogeshwara, Darshaya. Darshaya means please show me. What you should show me? Your Atmanam. Atmanam means your real self. Manyase yadimaya tat drashtum sakyam iti Prabhu. Prabhu, oh Lord, show me this. A person of preparation will place the flower. The person of not preparation will take the camera to click a picture. Are you able to follow? A person of preparation will immediately place the flower and do a prostration. If you are immediately taking the mobile and taking pictures, now what does it mean? With a poem. You are a tourist, isn't it? A tourist will take pictures. Devotee is not interested in taking pictures. Devotee is falling at the feet with the flower. Is Arjuna in the category? Selfie category. Yeah. Arjuna will take first he would have taken a selfie with the Vishwarupa, and then only he could actually see what it is and got returned. This shows lack of preparation. Sorry, this is verse number 4. With this, we conclude for today. There are some questions which we will take it up. And after many Janmas, we started the class. So I thought, let me just give some, bridge the gap. And then there are some questions which we will take up in the next session. And then we'll move on to verse number 5, whatever it is. With this, we conclude for